My name is Jessica. I'm the owner of a candle company called JMCandles and Home. Today, we are going to talk about all the tools needed in order to make a candle. I usually use soy wax to create my candles. I love the soy wax. I really mastered soy wax, so I tend to use it a lot. I also use blends like coconut oil blend with beeswax as well. But my strength and my mastery in candle making is working with soy candles. So today, let's get into the tools needed in order to make candles, any kind of candles. So right here in front of me, I have, some people would call this a double boiler, some people would call this a kettle, but inside my container here, I have the soy wax. Another option you can do when using this type of melter is to, you can pour the soy wax inside of here, or you can put water halfway and then use, this item is called a pouring pitcher, which is another tool needed in order to make candles, into the hot water with the soy wax already inside of the pouring pitcher. And that allows it to melt evenly, and while it's melting, you would use a stirring tool to stir your wax while it melts. So two things, wax melter, pouring pitcher, and a stirring tool. The next item you would need is a container. I love this container because it's a gray incandescent candle container. It is a 12-ounce candle container, so it usually fits about, I would say, like 11 or 10 and a half ounces of wax into these containers. So I love the design, I love the color, I love the incandescent look of this container. The next thing you would need is a scale. A scale is used to measure out your items such as the wax or even the fragrance that you need. You need to measure the fragrance because depending on how much wax you use to create your candle is how much fragrance you put into your candle. You can use a physical scale or you can use a measuring cup. I apologize. I'm going to get into what this is. I just dropped. So this is my measuring cup I use mostly for my fragrance oils. The scale, I typically tend to use it to measure out my soy wax. The next item here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a sticky item. It's called a glue dot. A glue dot is used to attach the candle wick to the container. So what you do is you would attach the glue dot to the bottom of the wick and then center it into the candle container of your choice that you're using. Every wax is different. Every wick is different. It goes compared to the type of wick you use is depending on the type of wax you use. This wick here that I've studied and mastered, it is a cotton zinc-free wick. So this is what I use for my candles, and it tends to work and burn differently and stronger. So my candle has scent and it burns evenly, and the flame is not too high and it's not burning too hot. So there's a lot of science behind candle making. The next item I didn't mention before is your fragrance. As you can see here, mine says Love Spell. I love Love Spell. It smells so good. Every girl my age knows Victoria's Secret's Love Spell. That's what we used to wear all the time in high school. So Love Spell is one fragrance that the company that I buy my fragrance oils from, they have tons and tons of fragrance. They have tons of fragrance blends. You can even start to learn how to blend your own fragrance using already created fragrances from this company that I use or other companies. The next thing that is important as well is a wick bar. A wick bar is used to center the candle wick in the container. So once it's attached into the container, you would use the bar to keep it in one position. So that when you pour your wax into the container, once the wax hardened, your wick will stay straight, and when you decide to burn the candle, you'll have a nice, even, strong burn. Another item that's very essential. This is one type of thermometer. A thermometer is very essential because it is needed to regulate your temperature. Your temperature is very important. You have to regulate your temperature. You cannot create candles and allow your wax to get too hot because it takes too long to cool down sometimes. And then it's also dangerous because you have to remember that candle wax is also a fuel and it can also catch on fire. And do not use water. Do not use water to extinguish your candle. If your wax ever catches on fire, you would have to cover it or snuff it out some way. Do not use water because it can get really crazy. I'm not telling you through experience because I've had a situation where I was melting wax on my stove at home, and the wax became too hot. The pot burst into flames, and basically it was a pitcher burst into flames. So I had a big old fire coming from my pouring pitcher, and I had to run out the house. Thank God my kitchen door leads right outside. Had to run out my house, put it outside. It was freezing cold that day, and it still didn't extinguish. The only way I got it to at least extinguish was to cover it with another metal item that basically removed oxygen from the container. And I just had to let it sit outside because every time I would go back outside, lift the container out, the fire would start back again. So all you have to do is keep it in a cool area, keep that covered, snuff it out, and do not add water. So those are all the items needed in order to create your own candles. If you have any questions, definitely please comment, like, share, and also subscribe. This is a new channel. I'm starting something different. I own my own store. I host candle workshops as well. And I just wanted to, educate you guys on the safety of candle making. And we can learn together.